This is WFYI News Now. It's August 19th, and sitting in for Abriana Herron, I'm Zach Bundy. On today's show, Butler University will launch its own engineering program in 2026. A Hamilton County resident tests positive for West Nile virus. A local drug court celebrates the graduation of 6 participants. And people with disabilities could face significant cuts to therapy services.
If these changes go through, it will be devastating for me and my entire community.
Those stories coming up, but first. Indianapolis Police Chief Chris Bailey released a statement in response to a hate group that marched in downtown Indianapolis over the weekend. A video circulating on social media shows a group of masked individuals wearing all black walking around downtown carrying flags that displayed red swastikas. Some in the group also carried firearms. In Bailey's statement, he says IMPD had no prior knowledge of the demonstration but made swift moves to monitor the march. Bailey says, quote, "Hate may try to march in our streets, but it will never dictate the spirit of our city. Indianapolis's strength lies in its diversity, equity, resilience, and commitment to each other," end quote. He adds the police department addressed any law violations, protected the community, and allowed demonstrators to exercise their First Amendment rights. Butler University will launch its own engineering program in 2026, ending years of relying on a partner school. Eric Weddle reports.
For more than 2 decades, Butler engineering students split time between the university and IUPUI, earning 2 bachelor's degrees. That partnership ended last year when IUPUI split, and the new Purdue in Indianapolis campus chose not to continue it. At the same time, getting into Purdue is also more competitive. Butler leaders say that leaves qualified students looking for other options. The new Butler program will offer degrees in mechanical, chemical, and bioengineering. And unlike many traditional programs, Butler says students will also get a strong liberal arts foundation. I'm Eric Weddle.
A Hamilton County resident tested positive for West Nile virus. This is the second human case reported in Indiana this year, according to the Hamilton County Health Department. The West Nile virus is primarily spread by mosquitoes. In mild cases, symptoms include fever, headache, body aches, and rash. However, some people can develop more severe symptoms, such as inflammation in the brain and spinal cord, muscle paralysis, or death. People over the age of 60 or with weakened immune systems are at higher risk of developing a severe case. County and state health department officials recommend people use insect repellent and wear protective clothing to reduce the risk of infection. Officials also recommend anyone who thinks they may have symptoms to contact their healthcare provider. The first case statewide this year was reported in southwest Indiana near Evansville. For more information on prevention against West Nile virus, visit the Indiana Department of Health's website. A Hamilton County drug court recently celebrated the graduation of 6 participants. Jill Sheridan has more.
Drug court is a type of problem-solving court that seeks to rehabilitate people involved in the justice system. The courts have been operating in Indiana for years and include veterans and behavioral health courts. Hamilton County's drug court started in 2010 for people with substance abuse issues facing nonviolent charges. Blake Bolden is one of the recent graduates. He says the intensive program worked for him.
People like myself like to push the limits, and if you give them rope, they're going to hang themselves. So they stay on top of you.
Participants have to undergo extensive supervision that includes drug testing, home visits, and educational or employment requirements. It usually takes about 1.5 years to complete. I'm Jill Sheridan.
And our final story today. People with disabilities could face significant cuts to therapy services if Indiana's proposed changes to Medicaid waivers are approved. As Ben Thorpe reports, lawmakers and advocates gathered at the State House Friday to oppose the reductions.
The state is proposing changes that would cap music and recreational therapy services to just 6 hours a month. Advocates say that is a significant cut to the time that gets people out in the community, doing things like going bowling, going out to eat, or playing music. Kendra Hummer has cerebral palsy. She says the waiver has helped her feel less alone.
If these changes go through, it will be devastating for me and my entire community. city.
The state has 30 days to review public comments before submitting the changes to the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services for approval. If approved, it would take effect next year. I'm Ben Thorpe.
That's all for today's episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by Abriana, Herron, and me, Zach Bundy, with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Our news director is Sarah Neal-Estes. Kendall Antron produced our music. If you liked today's episode, remember to subscribe and share. And follow WFYI on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube to check in on our newsroom throughout the day. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow.